amor, todo lo que llevo, todo lo que tengo, todo es para ti. Si el amor es peleado conmigo.
For coffee farmers perched along the Colombian foothills, this is the most critical time of the year.
Here we are collecting coffee beans. You can see I take the red ones, which are ripe, and I leave the green ones. Sometimes it can get hard, but that's like everything else.
Gonzalo Sanchez already knows this harvest won't make him a rich man. Far from it. He sells each kilogram of coffee for €1.55. It costs him €1.30 to produce.
Is it getting more difficult to produce coffee here in Colombia?
Yes, it's difficult. Producing 1 kilo of coffee costs a lot more money, but then we sell it for so cheap. Prices are really low at the moment. Each year they go lower and lower, but the only thing we can do is to continue planting and producing coffee. That's how it is.
During the harvest, Gonzalo calls on his sons, cousins, and even his wife to work in the fields, just to survive on €250 per month. Coffee is his life, but the pressure could push him out of the business, and thousands of others like him.
Some people in the area are starting to give up on their coffee fields. Many farms have been abandoned. We all grew up with coffee. Our parents raised us in this business. We have so much love for coffee, so much love, but we can't go on like this.
The rattled coffee industry hit crisis point in September last year when the price per pound plummeted below the symbolic $1. That's compared to $3 back in 2010. At the same time, never has so much coffee been consumed around the world. More than 2 billion cups per day in a market that is exploding in value, today worth $200 billion, thanks partly to a simple innovation that has radically changed the way we drink coffee.
Practical, rapid, and rarely recycled, capsules also make coffee more expensive per cup. 30 times more the price Gonzalo receives. The roasters and distributors pocket the difference, doubling their margin in 20 years, and with it becoming more powerful and concentrated. Today, 3 major players in the business represent 80% of the market. In Colombia, the 3rd largest coffee producer, prices have increased slightly thanks to government intervention, but not nearly enough to ease farmers' fears. A familiar story of David and Goliath, outlined in a report by a fair trade association.
The gap has widened enormously between what the big businesses earn from coffee and what the producers receive, to the point that some producers, especially here in Colombia, raised an alarm bell deciding not to sell their coffee because they were selling it at a loss. It's quite disgusting because what it means is that the person who actually cultivates the land, who produces the food we eat, can't manage to feed themselves or their family.
That's why cooperatives like this are increasingly common. The old adage that strength comes in numbers. Red ECOLSIERRA has 380 farmers and counting, producing coffee that is fair trade and organic.
Good morning, how are you? I've brought 2 bags of coffee, if you want to have a look.
Ana Dalia is one of the fair trade farmers. Her coffee has a guaranteed minimum price, a security net that protects her when the market crashes. Today she earns €1.90 per kilogram, 35 cents more than Gonzalo.
When I come here, I feel relieved because I know that they're going to pay me an extra amount because my coffee is fair trade. And I'm happy. If I sold conventional coffee, I wouldn't earn the extra money.
A traditional producer sells his or her coffee at the market price, and that's it. Instead, Ana Dalia is supported. She's paid a lump sum twice a year and benefits from technical assistance at her farm.
We head back into Colombia's Sierra Nevada, to the mountains that once served as a base and battleground for the FARC rebels during the country's long-running civil conflict. Ana Anadelia abandoned her farm during the darkest period of the war, but today her plantation is thriving.
This is my farm. This is my coffee plantation. Here, I only use organic fertilizer.
Last year, Anadelia received a social premium of €570 just by being part of the cooperative. It's the bonus of being fair trade, an extra sum of money that producers can invest in projects to improve their income. She used part of it to convert her home into a guest house.
I'm moving ahead thanks to the help they give me. I've renovated my house and I have a project to improve the area where I process the coffee. I've already paid for the patio where we dry the grains, thanks to the premium. So yes, I sleep soundly at night.
For now, there's more fair trade coffee available than there is demand. Its growth limited by whether consumers are willing to pay more for their coffee to ensure producers earn a decent living for their trade.